Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made here at the 36. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Again, it's Taylor.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Bridgewater.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here, he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Ravens 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd down, a run with Dolphins. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And now meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. He's going to let this one go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson.
This goes out wide for Drake. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Edwards, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 2nd and 16, Bridgewater. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Bridgewater now. He is going to find Hill here. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past. Up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he's got room. That's right. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even let... There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On the draw is Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3 from the 6?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
Now Drake loses the football, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, report!
Running for the shotgun with Dre. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On second down, it's Drake. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about how Jackson is speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first here, that clock keeps rolling.
Has been a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. This goes out wide for Drake. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, Drake. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 60 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, 30 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker with an extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Running left, Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. give for Taylor running right side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Jackson connects with Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
They got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Throwing, Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Jackson.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. They got exactly what they wanted there. Catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Jackson to throw.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Drake. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Now Jackson.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big one there. It goes for 18.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Up the middle they go with Drake. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Drake. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson to throw. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They go. Pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Now Jackson.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Play action. It's Jackson.
And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll hand it to Drake here on the option.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the option, here's Drake.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So the turnover leads to points as they have 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road.